We talked about it yesterday. Rumored Gely Lotus deal with Neil, and today we got it. It's confirmed today. A lot of you guys in the comments yesterday were saying, "Oh my God, what are you doing, Mr. Page? Don't count the chicken until the eggs hatch." Well, today, Neil just signed that deal with Gely. We're gonna go over what the CEO said. We're gonna go over why the stock price is not moving, what the big concerns are, and what this really means. All right. So first of all, it was signed in Hangzhou today, and you can see there's a ton of people, a ton of staff from both companies at that signing. And here's what they had to say. So this is what the CEO said. Hello. Today, Mr. Li Shufu, chairman of Geely Holding Group, Mr. Gan Jiayu, CEO of Geely Automobile Group, Mr. Liu Jianling, CEO of EE Internet Technology Co. Limited of Geely Holding Group, as well as Feng Wei and Shenfei signed a cooperation agreement on the strategic cooperation of battery swap in Hangzhou. Next, the two sides will carry out comprehensive cooperation in many fields such as battery standard, power exchange network, power exchange technology, power exchange service, construction and operation, car replacement, R&D and customization, battery asset management and operation. Driven by national policies, the coverage of the power exchange network is getting wider and wider, and the power exchange mode is becoming more and more popular among electric vehicle users. NIO's rechargeable, replaceable, and upgradable service system has created an industry for private car users. The best power-up experience, EE Internet, a subsidiary of Geely Holdings, has also been working in the car exchange market for many years, so battery swap market for many years, and is accelerating the expansion of the power exchange network. The basic hand-in-hand strategy of the two sides highly agrees with the principle of sharing and opening up, complements their advantages on the basis of their existing business, carries out all-around power exchange cooperation, and work together to build two major power exchange standard systems of private cars and operating vehicles, accelerate the connection and coordination of vehicle terminals, station terminals, battery terminals, and operation terminals, and expand the scale of the power exchange network to provide more convenient, safer, and better services for users with different needs. This cooperation is in line with the development direction of new infrastructure and new energy, and will accelerate the standardization of power exchange technology and the large-scale power exchange network, and help the low-carbon transformation of the automobile industry. Chairman Li Shufu continues to pay attention to green sustainable development and carbon neutrality. On the topic, he also has a deep understanding of the power exchange model. He said, as a new and important way to replenish energy for energy vehicles, the high-quality development of the power exchange model needs to be promoted by all parties in the industry. He hopes that through this power exchange cooperation, the two sides will strengthen the cooperation in the power exchange industry chain, accelerate the standardization and generalization of the power exchange mode, and jointly build a new ecology of power exchange and energy replenishment, help the low carbon transformation and high quality development of the automobile industry, and create greater value for users. As a leading enterprise in China's automobile market, the rapid development of Geely Holding in the field of new energy is impressive. In the past few years, NIO and Geely have resolutely invested in the power exchange technology and network of private cars and operating vehicles, and have accumulated rich experience in the operation of power exchange services. I believe this road cooperation will promote the further popularization of the power exchange mode, so that more users can get a high quality and convenient power exchange experience. Next, we will continue to push forward. The construction of an exclusive power exchange network for NEO users will continue to improve the power-up experiences of NEO users, and will work with partners to start the construction of power exchange network for multi-brand sharing. A week ago, we signed a power exchange cooperation agreement with Chang'an Automobile in Chongqing, opening the NEO Power Exchange Network and NEO Energy Cloud to the whole industry. Chang'an and Gely are the representatives of the leading central enterprises and private enterprises in the automobile industry, respectively. The addition of the two major automobile companies will accelerate the promotion of power exchange standards. Accurate unification contributes to the high quality development of the intelligent electric vehicle industry. So Geely actually has a lot of taxi service, and also already has their own sort of like battery swap infrastructure, but this is going to add further towards that. And one big thing a lot of people seem to be concerned about is, will there be longer lines for NEO owners, and will there be, no more what do you call it, advantage for NEO, because you're essentially giving the battery swap technology away or something like that. That's what a lot of people are asking, and this is probably why the stock hasn't increased as much, because A, we're not getting specific numbers, and also B, is NEO giving its moat battery swap away? Well, here's the very important thing, and also one NEO owner asked right under this post this fantastic question: will we have to fight for batteries at the battery swap station with taxis, Geely taxis? Well, the answer to that is, of course, no. NEO is building a whole entire separate system for these other brands, and NEO's existing infrastructure is pretty much only for NEO, and for our so they will continue to expand both on NEO exclusive infrastructure, power swap infrastructure, and also everybody else infrastructures, but that hasn't been built yet. So this is a very interesting point to think about. Also, why is NEO moving in this direction? Because it is pretty obvious that battery swap right now at its current state isn't exactly super profitable. NEO CEO has said in the past that it takes about 60 swaps per day for a swap station to break even, and according to people that know about the whole entire situation, right now only about 20% of all the swap stations here in China are capable of achieving break even and above. So that means 80% of the swap stations are losing money, unfortunately. So obviously doing this is going to help them mitigate some of that loss and hopefully earn money in the future. Now, if you take a look at what Geely's branding has, we've got Polestar, Z-Curve, Proton, all these big companies, and then Lotus as well, Volvo, Geely's own brand, and then also Cao Cao, which is the taxi service, which is a direct competitor to Didi here in China. I personally never tried it, but they are pretty big as well. So we could very soon be seeing a lot of these other car companies be able to do battery swap as well. I think namely one very important company would be Polestar, because that company is a very good company. You guys are probably very familiar with it, but they're not selling that well here in China. Their sales have been pretty bad, and they are a direct competitor to NEO as well. And in my weekly delivery breakdown, I don't even include them in any of those metrics, because their numbers are just insignificant. Zeekr, I include Zeekr in there, but Zeekr is obviously a little bit cheaper than NEO average price. So this is going to be very interesting. Now, one of my Discord members have asked this question, why should someone buy a NEO if all these other car companies can also do battery swap following this deal? And this is a very valid concern. But the thing is, you got to remember, NEO's existing infrastructure is going to continue to expand, right? All these swap stations that are NIO exclusive. And within NIO's ecosystem, there's a lot of things that you can do, like upgrade the battery, short-term upgrade, and all this kind of fancy stuff that perhaps won't be available or polished on these other brands that will also adopt battery swap in the future. Now, these brands are more looking for a alternative way to make their product better, all right? And also because of, like they said in this post, the national policy. This is more about battery safety, battery health kind of concerns. So this is also going to help the entire industry in general. Now, we already got 2 down. So we got about 3 more to go, 3 more partners to go. Who are we going to see? Well, rumors. This was also rumored, Gely was also rumored, and it came true. So obviously Mercedes, Porsche, and maybe some other Chinese auto company. It's very possible that Ford also collaborates with NIO because Ford's vehicles aren't selling that well here in China. If they want to grow here in China, they probably will have to go down that route as well. A lot of people are saying that the other companies stand to benefit more than NIO. I think the opposite. I think it's very good brand validation. It gets the naysayers that say that NIO is going to go bankrupt to shut the F up. And also, in the future, of course, when they build swap stations, NIO is going to get a big portion of the revenue. So you got to think about the bigger picture here, okay? 2 down, 3 more to go, and maybe even more than that. But we'll see. Take it one step at a time. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.